Craftiana. Today I'll be showing you how I blinged out this hat. Ain't it cute? Okay, so let's get right into it. For my products, I use the glue. This glue is from Blinged Up. It's called Cling the Bling. For my rhinestones, they're the shade Golden Shadow. My main size stone was SS16. My filler sizes was SS10 and SS6. So altogether I use 3 different sizes. SS16, that's my main size. SS10 and SS6 for smaller portions. The actual hat itself, it came from Hobby Lobby Craftiana for $1.99. So you want to learn how to do it? Let's get right into it. Okay, Craftiana, so let's get right into it. So I designed this. I just typed out my name in the font White Dreams in Cricut Design Space, and here I am pressing this right up on here. It did get a little crinkly and wrinkly, but it's all right. It's all right. We bling it right on top of it. So I'm taking my black SS10 and SS6 rhinestones. I forgot to mention that in the beginning. I forgot about that. I'm sorry, Craftiana. So I'm using some black SS10 and SS6 rhinestones mostly, just to go around this name and go over the outline to give it the most and best clear detail. I'm using my Cling the Bling glue, and I'm doing section by section because I don't want this glue to dry up on me and my rhinestones not stick, and then they falling off, and then everybody got an attitude, and that ain't cute, Craftiana. That ain't cute, okay? So I'm making sure I follow this, and make sure when you're blinging out names, use a size rhinestones close to the font size. Like, you don't want to use too big a rhinestone on a thin font. Just pick a thicker font, Craftiana, okay? Because then it's not as legible. We want neat work. We want it to be legible. So here I am going on. I did that black portion. Now I'm going in on the I'm gonna outline the top portion of this hat. I'm going in with my SS16 Golden Shadow Rhinestone, Craftiana. So when I'm rhinestoning, I like to outline whatever section I'm working on first. Like this whole perimeter of this little where the brand so crafty is at. I can't remember what the name of that is called. Somebody gave me a picture description of the anatomy of a hat, and guess what? I don't remember what none of this stuff called, Craftiana. So I'm basically just outlining this section first, and then I like to fill it in. That just gives me the best results in what I like to do, and helps me with my peace of mind. Now, you don't got to do it like that. That's just how I do it. And now, as you can see, I'm creating this bottom base row with that same SS16 rhinestone. I have yet to use any filler size stones yet. Okay, Craftiana, this is all that good old SS16. Blinging is really not that hard. It's just knowing the placement that you need and a lot of patience. When I say patience, I mean a lot of it, okay? And don't try to rush your first project. Take your time, okay? It's better to take your time. So now I'm going up on my next row, and I'm just going to bling from left to right. That's how I prefer to bling, left to right. So I'm going in with my SS16. I'm honeycombing my way on up, okay? And when I get close to that letter, that C, I put a filler stone right there, a smaller size, because a full SS16 rhinestone will not fit. So I'm just making my way across, and I just repeat that process over and over and over until I'm up to the top, Craftiana, okay? And that's pretty much it. Now, I do have more detailed videos on my page on how to honeycomb and how to specifically do this, like this method of how I do it, on my page. So go check that out. It's the black Shopify counter, and I have a mini shop battle on how I honeycomb. Why I can't talk? What's wrong with me? Okay. And when I start my rows, the first all the way to the left, the first stone, usually a full SS16 won't fit there, so I'll put a smaller stone like a SS10 or SS6. Those are the only 2 filler size stones I'm using. It's SS10 and SS6. So I'll put that there, then I'll just continue with my SS16 and go straight across. I like to do this because it just gives you a more cleaner look to me, and it prevents the amount of filler stones that you need, Craftiana, okay? So we want to get our money's worth. So a lot of people, they will use like a whole bunch of sizes. Like, they'll have SS3 or SS3 to SS16, every size in between them. I don't really find that necessary. I feel like you can get away with your main size stone and a SS10 and a SS6. Now, if you want it tighter, that's on you. Okay, when we're getting to around that name, I create a straight line and just keep it straight, and I just go on top of it. I don't try to force them SS16 stones on top of the letters. I just continue the straight line right above that, wherever wherever on top of that name, wherever it will fit, that next row that will fit right on top of that crafty or whatever name I'm working on, I just continue a straight line. I don't try to bring it down to make it fit and touch the name. We'll go in with that filler stones. That's how I keep my line straight. I just go straight across. So now I'm just going in, I'm filling in this little area because I got that crafty fully covered. So I'm just going to fill this in, this little this area, so I can make sure that's done and right. Okay, Craftiana. So basically I'm just using my SS10s and SS6s and filling them and putting them where they fit in. Okay, you got to get in where it fit in, Craftiana. Okay, much like me and much like you, we got to make it do what it do. It ain't really that complicated. It's just a long, tedious process. Keep in mind, this video is heavily sped up. When I say heavily sped up, this is not real time. It did not. I wish it went this fast. It definitely didn't go this fast. Okay, Craftiana. And make sure you're putting enough glue down, but not too much. If you put too much glue down and you press that rhinestone up in there, guess what? Glue will get on top of that rhinestone. It'll dull your rhinestone, and we don't want those issues. Now, if you don't got enough glue, guess what? That rhinestone ain't gonna stick to nothing. Also, when you're doing a line across a glue, if you do it like me, make sure you're able to complete that line before it dries. Make sure you be able to put a rhinestone down on top of that glue before it dries, because we don't want to have to go back over that section with glue when we have dried glue there already. Just gives us issues that we don't need. We need the best outcome possible for the most longevity, Craftiana. So as you can see, I'm heading on top of this branch part, and as you can see, I'm keeping that line straight from my previous row. I'm not trying to touch that branch. I'm not trying to put those SS16 on that branch part. I'm just making a straight line straight across, and it's going to connect eventually. So I'm going back in. I'm going right on top of that row. And on top of that row, I'm going to continue honeycombing like nothing happened, okay? Like I didn't have no little separation or no deviance, Craftiana, okay? And that's pretty much it. So tell me why I want to go somewhere. I need a vacation. I do. I really want to book this cruise, but it's way for next year. It give me some time to prepare, Craftiana. But I don't know. I'm trying to see what my boyfriend's saying. I think I could convince him. He said he tired of going to the same destination. I agree. However, come I really want to go on this cruise, I think I could sway his decision just a little bit. Okay, when I got right over that B, I connected that line, that row that was going straight across. I just connected that together, and I'm just honeycombing my way on right across, and just on top of it all. Okay, Craftiana. So that's how I keep my line straight. And I'm just gonna finish this little section up. It shouldn't take too much longer. And I like the bling following the shape of whatever I'm blinging. That just helps me. I don't know. I feel like it gives it a more cleaner look if you follow the shape of whatever you bling. As you can see, I'm going line by line, like straight across, following the shape of that. Sometimes if it goes in a circle, I'll go in a circle. Now I'm going to start off on this brim part, and I'm just doing the same exact thing. I'm giving it a good old outline, honey. Okay, Craftiana. I'm a good old outline with my main size stone, that SS6. And I'm just gonna give her a good lineup, okay? Nothing like my lineup a little raggedy right now, okay? I need to go. I actually should be texting my barber right now because I need to look cute for this weekend. I don't even really got nothing planned but my drill team picnic, and I don't need to look cute for them. Damn, I guess. I don't know. So I'm going right under that first bling section. I'm lining that up too, lining up this whole bill. And then guess what? I follow that shape. I honeycomb. I just follow that top baseline from my thickest part, and I'm just honeycombing my way on. Now on this part, you will, because it's more so uneven, you will need more filler size stones in here. So you'll use more your SS6s and your SS10s, because the way it slants and the way it's like wider at one point, but it's still gonna come out fine. You might have a little bitty gaps, but as long as your color
stone matches the color of your hat, you'll be all right. It'll disguise, honey. It will disguise. I promise you. You ain't gonna notice. Just make sure your stones match the color of whatever you're working on. That gives you the best results, Craftiana. The stone color matching whatever you're working on. That camouflages whatever your gaps. Okay, Craftiana. Okay, we want the best results possible. So I'm almost finished with this duck bill of this hat. Affleck. I don't know why Affleck keep coming up in my head. I don't know. So I'm just taking my time and I'm putting my glue down, Craftiana. Oh, I'll be forgetting to say this. Be sure to like, subscribe, and comment and follow me. Follow me on all my social medias at Brand So Crafty. That's TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, Craftiana. So now we're nearing the end. We have that build finished. And I'm just going to fill in around that name with that SS10 and that SS6 rhinestone and some of the SS16s if they will fit. Okay, Craftiana? So that's just pretty much it. And you get left with a good old pretty something, okay? So as you can see, we filling in that S part now. And I'm just using whatever rhinestone fit. It ain't no rhyme, no reason. You use whatever fits in that section, Craftiana, okay? So we're at the finished product. It's so cute. I can't wait to wear this in somebody's craft store. And I'm gonna be walking with my head tilted down, looking at the floor. I'm gonna be walking so ignorantly just so you can see my hat. I gotta make sure people see it. I don't know, but this is, and I did blink out that little button at the top too, Craftiana. So yes, this is it. Now let's get into it in the sunlight. Wham! You see how that sun hit it? No filter, Craftiana. No filter. Okay, get into my work, boo. Thank you for watching.